Hey, Alex here. This is the new AI caption generation tool we built for Premiere Pro called Banshee Captioner. And what you're seeing right here is the caption styles that are being generated with this plugin. This is available with the Phantom plugin and as a standalone non-subscription plugin as well. It comes with OpenAI Whisper transcription models with over 99 languages supported. And you can also use your own AssemblyAI API key to generate very accurate transcriptions all in this tool. In this tutorial, we're going to explain exactly what Banshee Captioner can do, how to implement it into your workflow, and more importantly, how to use it. So please hit the like and subscribe button, comment below on what we should add in the future and how we can improve this tool in the future. I'm gonna show you a quick demo on what this can do first. I'm gonna go here, AI transcription, and we're gonna use AssemblyAI to transcribe the sequence. The sequence that we are working with is a 1-minute sequence, and I'm not gonna cut this part of the video to see how long it's going to take. Once it's done just transcribing, it's going like this. I can import a preview of how it looks like and go through the timeline of our captions. Go over here, choose the style of the captions that we like. I like Phantom Basics for now, and we're going to render out the caption directly into Premiere Pro. What it's going to do, it's going to render a caption video, and once it's done, it's going to import into Premiere, and we're going to check it out. And it is done. You can see the video right here. I'm going to open the player up a little bit bigger, and we're just going to play it back.
And get good at manufacturing again because it's important for jobs.
It just seems like common sense, right?
Incredible common sense and almost like literal.
All right, in our Phantom plugin and on our sidebar, we're going to go to our new tool called the Banshee Captioner. Again, this tool is used for generating better caption styles all in Premiere Pro. Just because I think the caption styles in Premiere Pro are pretty basic and pretty bad. This is going to help bring your caption styles level that much higher. And there's a lot of improvement that we want to add in the future with this tool, but we're going to show you the basics of what this can do. When you first get started, this is the main page in order to add or create your transcript first. On the left-hand side, you can click on here, AI transcription, where you can use different models to transcribe your audio. On the drop-down bar, we have Whisper Tiny, Bass, Small, Medium, Turbo, and also AssemblyAI. Starting with these ones, these are the local AI transcription models where you can download locally and use it offline as well. So you're not sending any of your data to an online server in order to get it transcribed. There are different models here ranging from tiny to very large, Turbo, and the sizes basically determine how good it's going to transcribe your model. In this case, I'm going to download the large V3 Turbo model. Just like this. Now from testing with different users, I understand that when you're downloading this model, you might come up with some issues if you're using Mac OS. Screenshot here is how to bypass those security issues when you're downloading these models and make sure you don't throw it in the trash or else you have to re-download again or use different models if you choose to. And don't worry, you don't have to download this every time. This is only a one-time thing only and you can use it forever. Since this has been downloaded, I'm gonna use Whisper Large V3 Turbo in this case for this purpose. And in a later part of the video, I'm gonna show you how to use AssemblyAI in order to transcribe your audio for very accurate transcription. Let me click on here first. And currently I have my active sequence right now. This is a clip I've downloaded from a Diary of a CEO podcast. So if you want to transcribe a certain sequence, make sure that you're on the active sequence in order to do so. For language input, I'm gonna go over here and click on auto. In this case, this is an English podcast. And this does work with several different languages that you can try to use. We're really trying to make this tool multilingual. And on our website, we're list languages that it can support. But for this case, we're going to use auto for now because I think it does a pretty good job. I do recommend choosing the language because it will be more accurate that way. But if you really want to be really quick with it, just choose auto for the time being. And all I have to do is transcribe. So we're going to wait for this to transcribe, which is going to export your audio and go through the analysis and to create that transcription to get started. After it has been completed, it does look like this. And right now it's not showing anything because the caption does come later on in the video. This mode is okay. We can go scroll down and we have our presets, our fonts, and at the bottom we have our transcription. Personally, I wouldn't like this view too much, but if you're using this tool and you're getting the hang of it, you have the ability to quickly transcribe, create the captions, and go on to the next video pretty quickly. And this is the whole philosophy, is basically working with your editing workflow to provide a very quick solution to generate the captions that you need. However, the view that I like to go to is by dragging the window, expanding it, and it'll go into a almost split screen mode, just like this. Now going to the top, we're gonna actually start from the very top and we'll make a way down on how to actually use this tool. On this, the gearhead, which is your transcription settings, you can set your transcription model to how you want it to look like, which is previously what we have just done. And going back, once you press transcribe again, you can quickly transcribe your sequence without going back to this window right here. Let's press back. Loading files. If you make any changes or if you want to come back to the same file that you've been working on, You can load the same file as you like. This does support Premiere SRT files and JSON files, which I'm going to show you later on. And this button here is going to render the captions directly into Premiere Pro. So in a way, this is almost like a separate editing software that's going to help you generate your captions for Premiere and maybe eventually Resolve in the future. Going over here, these are your captions. So you can click on them and it'll go to direct view of each caption. In here, we have the merge up buttons and the merge down buttons. For example, I can merge this line with this line if I want to by pressing this. I can go over here, make some spaces if I want to, and it's pretty reactive. And I can undo all those changes as well. In here, we can also split the lines of the captions. For example, if I want these two lines on a separate caption card, all I have to do is go in front of it, press Command S, and it'll split the captions. And if I want to merge them, I can press up, merge them, or I can also merge them down as well. Now going up here, we can save the file, which is going to save all the changes onto the file that you want, and you can load the file back in the future. This button right here is going to reset the whole thing of your transcript. So it's going to go back to the original form. And you want to be careful with this just because once you press it, all the save settings will be reverted. So let's press reset for now. Now, this is a really cool feature that we have added called Reflow lines. Basically, we have customized presets for this on how many words you want per line or per caption. For example, I can have one line, and on each line, I can have one word, and I can split by punctuation or split by silence if I choose to. So I can turn those on or off. But in this case, for me, I like them to have them on, and we'll keep it like that for now. And let's change it. And now all the lines, I have one word each. So if I play it back, it's going to show one word per line. Going back, I can also go over here and let's do 2 lines and let's do 4 words each. And we'll reconfigure it. And this is going to create the lines per captions with 4 words. And this one only has 1 word because we're splitting it by punctuation as well. So just like that. And we're really making it so that it's pretty easy to make those changes. I'm a video editor myself, so I understand kind of what people are looking for and the trouble with that with the default Premiere transcription models. We're working hard to make this very usable for everyone and for editors. Now I'm going to show you how to load your own file into this software as well, especially if you like Premiere's transcription model. For example, in Premiere, I already have my video transcribed by their own model. And I can play it back.
The single event was a knock on the door on Thanksgiving.
I also have the SRT right here, which I can toggle it.
No money, no food. When I say no.
But there are 2 different methods where you can extract the data from here and put it into our plugin. The first method, which is by far my most favorite method, is by exporting the JSON file. So in text mode, you can go over here, go through the 3 dots, and go to export, and we can export transcript. In this case, we can export the file directly to my downloads folder, just like this. And for the heck of it, we can also export our SRT as well. I think the benefit of exporting your SRT is that you can make all the changes here and see exactly how the captions look like before exporting into our plugin to get the caption styles that you want. So for this, I can go to Captions, go to the 3 dots again, export and export SRT to file. Great, let's open this window back up again. And for the heck of it, let's reset the workspace back to the original so I can show you how to import those files. In this case, you can also drag and drop, but let me open up this window and I'm going to take the SRT file and open it, the SRT file in this. And again, we can play it directly in the preview window as previously before. We can also go back over here and I'll show you the JSON file, also drag and drop into it, and we see the JSON file as well. So after loading the files and going through your transcript to making any changes that you would like in your transcript, make sure to save them in here using this button and save them to your transcript file. You might be wondering, hey, I can see the captions, but where's the video? I can't see the preview. I would love to have a preview or video in here. How do I do that? And you know what? I've thought about that. And of course you can do that. So in this toolbar right here, you have the import still frame, import video, or you can load your own video file into here. And this does work with vertical ratios, square ratios, or whatever ratio that you want coming from your active sequence. So in this frame, let me toggle off the subtitles here. I can go over here and let's import the photo. And we can have the photo showing the view of how it's going to look like once it's imported into your Premiere. And the whole reason why we're doing this is because we want the process of you making your captions from beginning to end very quick. And I think having a photo or video might slow down the process. But if you really need to, you can add those previews into your preview window. If you don't want a photo, you can also add a video as well by pressing this button, which is going to export your sequence and put the video into your preview window, just like this. So after that is done, we can play it back like here.
Door on Thanksgiving. We had no money, no food. When I say no food, we had crackers and peanut.
And we can also scrub through the timeline as well. Go through over here and click on exactly where the timeline is going to be shown. And you can see the preview exactly how you want them to see. Now this button in here is pretty cool. It's going to export a sample video into Premiere to show you how it might look like. So let's try that right now. If I say like the caption that I like, I can press this button to export the sample captions. And let's go back into the timeline. Let's open this up a little bit and let's play back.
And then the thing that changed my whole life, the single event was a knock on the door on Thanksgiving.
Great. It looks pretty good so far. And let's go back to our plugin. If you scroll down, you can see all the different settings that we have. We have the presets. We could choose the different styles. You can save your own styles if you want to. I'll get to this. Text size, vertical offset, which is going to position your video up and down, and your font controls and your preset controls on how you want to stylize your preset. Now, you might be wondering, hey, I can't see the preview once I scroll down. What the heck? This is such a bad user design. Don't worry, I have thought about that too as well. And if you go back up and press this button right here, we're going to go into the caption editing mode where we can see the captions, scrub through it, see the preview, and we can scroll down here and keeping the view in place while you can make changes to your captions. So I can make the text size bigger. I can make it also smaller, reset it, whatever you want on this preview window right here while you make the changes to your settings. This window in caption editing mode, this is resizable, so you can make this to however you want. You can also zoom in for a little bit better preview. And note that if the preview sucks in this is only a preview window and it's not going to show the actual quality until you finally export it. Let's reset the size first. So let's go back to over here. Let's play the settings.
My whole life, the single event was a knock on the.
Okay, great. I'm not really liking the position of text right now, so I'm just going to go down and go over here and offset it. And maybe I like this window instead.
The door on Thanksgiving, we had no money, no food. When I say no food, we had crackers and.
Great. Now we're going to go to the part where I think you guys are most interested in, which is the different styles that we have. If you press on this button right here, we're going to see all the presets that we currently have available. We have 12 different presets. All these presets you can save, and you can also make changes to them to how you want it to look like. So we have a karaoke one. Let's play it back.
And peanut butter, but not a Thanksgiving dinner, right?
These also have
my dad is from
this one.
Mom are screaming each other through a door, and my
can
dad
also go to this
job.
one.
You get the knock of the door, and I go open
Go over here, preview this one.
the door, and there's this tall guy standing there
And we can go over here and we have this one as well.
with 2 bags of groceries. One.
For the time being, let's go to Dutchman slide. I kind of like this one. And let's make some changes to how we want this to look like. For example, font. I don't like the font. We can go down and we can also, let's change it to, I don't know, Apple Chancery, whatever this is.
One in each hand.
Not entirely that great. Let's actually make this ties a little bit better. Let's reset the positioning and let's zoom in to make this more better viewed for you guys. Go down, go down. If you want in your fonts, you can also type in the fonts that you want. So let's say like BBS News, which is a pretty popular font. We can add that. Or if you really want, you can also add your own custom fonts by opening the window and dragging your own fonts into here, which is pretty basic and pretty intuitive at the same time. Let's close this window. Over here, let's go back and let's go back to like, let's do a TikTok style caption and we'll add that right in here. We're gonna make sure it's caps, all uppercase. Let's zoom back out a little bit.
And at his feet, he had an uncooked frozen.
The size is getting a little bit big, so let's reduce the size slightly. Going down, we can adjust the stroke width. So let's add a black stroke. We can add shadows if we really want to. Let's go back, stroke width, color. Let's do white. That looks horrible. Let's go change it back to black. Word spacing, we can make the word spacing a little bit more or reset it. Line spacing is decent at the moment. And now we can have the preset settings. So each preset has their own unique abilities or unique transitions and function. So in this case, I think the unique function of this is it's going to slide in on the side. We can make the active word a little bit different. So when the active word is on, we can change that. Inactive word, obviously right now it's white. We can change it to green. Don't know why, maybe. Let's do that. Slide distance, you can make it slide a little bit further out. Slide duration, blur strength, and there's a lot of different tools that we have. You can toggle it on and off if you want to. Add a little bit more motion blur, and also Let's toggle on the background as well in this case. And we can make the padding really big, really wide, kind of ugly. But in this purpose, you can see exactly how this looks like. We also have a background width correction, which is going to help you adjust the background a little bit more if it's not exactly what you want. The reason why we added that tool in is because sometimes it doesn't properly detect how your text should look like properly. And with manual adjustments, you can really make it to how you want this to look like. So let's close this. Great. We can play it back. Let's go over here.
Thanksgiving, we had
not really feeling about this, but we can save it for now if we really want to. Go over here, save as preset, and testing 1, save, and we have this as a preset. So if we really want, you can go over here. We can have a karaoke style. And if you want to go back to the same preset that we have saved, go over here, save styles, and we're going to go testing 1, and we can go back to the same one.
No money, no food.
Not really feeling the style, but I mean, the world's your oyster. We can go to Mr. Beast, have this kind of style that we want.
No food, we had
and let's go down and let's adjust the vertical offset. So it's probably not on his face, just like this.
Crackers and peanut butter, but not a thing.
And let's close this window. So this is a really powerful tool that we've been generating. The presets, we're going to add so much more presets in the future, but these are the 12 basic ones that I think a lot of people might like. And already it's a lot more better than the ones in Premiere. Before we render out the captions, we're going to go over in here and show you some of the different settings, such as the export settings. By default, we're going to be exporting in a ProRes 444 format at a FPS at 20. You can also increase the size if you want. Say if you want 60, you can also do that. But I find that the higher the FPS, the longer it's going to take to export your settings. But in this case, we can go 20, which I'm pretty happy for now. And we're going to keep it like that. Format, we have 444, and we also have the H.264 MP4, which might be quicker for Windows computer. If you are on Mac OS, this is definitely the best option. However, we are trying to make this usable for anyone using this plugin. So if you're on Windows, H.264 sometimes might be a little bit quicker. However, it's going to create a color background, which in this case is going to be this really light green. And I'm not going to get too technical with this, but the reason why we're doing this is H.264 is supported by your GPU. So if you don't have a GPU, you can continue using this one. But if you do have a very fast GPU, you can use GPU rendering with this. However, it's going to create a color background, but you do have to Ultra Key it, and we do Ultra Key it automatically using this tool. But so if we set the background, go over here like this, let's Ultra Key this, and let's see what happens. Save settings. We can go over here and let's export captions, and let's see what happens. Once that has done, it has added that in, and you can see it automatically Ultra Keys it if you are using the H.264 format.
Thanksgiving dinner, right? And my dad has been...
The only thing I really suggest is that when you're using this format, the export setting, make sure your color background is very different from your font colors. For in this case purpose, let's go back to here and use ProRes 444 for these settings. And let's delete the old caption, and let's try exporting it one more time using a different preset. Let's do a TikTok one, and let's render this caption again. Great. Once that is done, it imports it as a video right here. And what you can do is go over here, let's open it up, and let's play back a little bit and see how it looks like.
Of that was a knock on the door on Thanksgiving. We had no money, no food. When I say no food, we had crackers and peanut butter, but not a Thanksgiving dinner, right? And my dad has been...
So it looks pretty great. Let's close this back up again. And I also need to mention that this also works with several different languages. In this sample, I have a Dutch video that I have downloaded. And in this case, I want to transcribe it and create captions with it as well. I'm just going to go over to my settings, go over here, and this time I'm going to use AssemblyAI for our transcription. Before we use this one, you got to make sure you need to have your API key. We're going to go to settings, API keys, and we're going to add that API key into here. In order to do that, maybe I'll make a different tutorial, but all you have to do is go to assemblyai.com, create an account, and you do have a promo right now with I think 50 hours of AI generation. So just make an account, get your key, and put it in here, and it'll work right away. In this purpose, I'm just going to go over here, go to Dutch, click on it, and I'm just going to press back for now, and I'm just going to click transcribe. So after that is done, we still have the old video in there. Let me go over here and let's import the edit photo in here, and let's drag the window out, go to this caption, and let's play it back from here. So we can see the text style that I kind of like that we had previously done. Let's change it up to something a little bit different. Actually, let's do Casper. I like this one a little bit better. And we're just going to create the render caption just like this. Great. And that should be imported into our video. And let's play that captions with the video.
Mij. Lichamelijke ingrepen, met mij erbij, merk je er niks van. 2 jaar relatie mee gehad. Heeft 9 keer mijn hart gebroken, maar inderdaad.
All right, I have another test video right here, which is our Arabic video. And also this does work with Arabic. So I'm just going to go over here this time and just hit transcribe. After that is done, we can delete this preview. Let's import the image. And I'm just going to change the captions to something like this. And let's see how that looks like and render the captions. Great. After that is done, let's play back.
في اشخاص هيك بحسوا انه البودكاست عن جد ثيرابي ببلش يحكي.
صحيح حتى فكرة السماعات وكان سمع صوتي
Great, and it works. So yeah, this has support for many different languages. It can support many different caption styles, and we're going to add a lot more in the future. We're also going to do one more test with this Mandarin video that I found. I actually don't speak Mandarin at all, so yeah. But let's see how quick this process can be. All we're going to do is hit transcribe. Let's press this first, and it's going to transcribe the audio using AssemblyAI for this instance. Great, let's, for this reason, click the import frame. Let's put that in here. And let's scrub to somewhere here. And you might have noticed that these are coming out as the wrong character. This is a font error that not all fonts can support the same characters. In this case, it will be Chinese. So for my save settings, I do have my own Chinese Mandarin settings, which has my own Chinese Mandarin font. So by pressing that and importing your own font styles, which probably would work with several different languages, and this is pretty good. Basic caption style, I like it. Let's make the text a little bit bigger for this case. And let's move it in her face just for the heck of it. And let's render that caption. So as you can see, it's rendering pretty quickly. This is maybe under like, I don't know, 10 seconds. And we have this caption over here.
有那么多钱的吗？啊，这个找不了啊。嗨，大家好，我是辣。
Oh no, maybe I want to have this move somewhere else. We can also go over here, going into our effects control panel. We can move this up and down to how we want this to be. So yeah, this is pretty intuitive. You can also add effects onto this caption style if you want. Really, the world is your oyster, and we're really trying to make this so it's pretty easy to use, easy to make changes, very flexible, and of course, multilingual. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you find this tool helpful, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comments what we should add in the future. And hopefully this is going to help you guys create better captions, all in Premiere Pro, because it kind of does currently suck right now. So yeah, take care, guys. See you guys next time.